Assalamu alaikum. How are you? I hope you all are well by the grace of the Almighty, and I am fine too. Today I am going to take class on right from above. You know that the previous class I talked about where we use B1 and B2. Now I am going to tell you about where we use B3 or B plus ing. At first I am going to share with you where we use B3. We use B3 after have, has, had, such as she has taken a class on speech. Here taken is B3 because it is used after has. So whenever we find a verb after have, has, had, we use B3. And the second rule is after be, being, having, we use B3, such as here the verb is allow. It is a third form of verb because after be it is used. And the second example is created is B3 because it is used after being. So we use B3 after be, being, having. And the third rule is in passive sentence we use B3. Whenever we find any passive sentence we use B3, such as she was invited by me. It's an example of a passive sentence. But the question is how we identify a passive sentence. I personally follow two ways to find out a passive sentence. The first way is if the subject of a transitive verb is used after transitive verb, such as here the transitive verb is invite and the subject of this verb is me, that means I. We usually think that subject is placed before a verb, but in passive sentence the subject of a transitive verb is used after the verb. So the first way is whenever we find any subject is used after transitive verb, we generally think it is a passive sentence. And the second way is that I personally follow, that is if the subject of a sentence is omitted. If a subject of a sentence is omitted, that means silent, we usually think it is a passive sentence. Look at the example. It is being created for us. There is no subject. The verb is create. The verb is create, and the subject of the create is not used in the sentence. Look at the example. We should be allowed here. Here the transitive verb is allow, and in this sentence there is no subject. So we find if there is no subject in any sentence, that means if the subject of a transitive verb is omitted, we usually think that it is a passive sentence. So through these two ways we normally find out a passive sentence. So the rule is in passive sentence we use be3 and it's a very important. Now we can turn to the next point and the rule is where we use be plus ing. We know after preposition we use be plus ing. That means if any verb is used after preposition we use verb plus ing. So here we find if any verb is used after preposition we use it in this form. That means verb plus ing is used in this sentence. So after preposition verb plus ing is used. And the second rule is after while verb plus ing is used. Look at the example. While going to school I saw you. Here going is used after while. Look at the third rule. After would you mind we use verb plus ing. Look at the example. Would you mind taking a cup of tea? Here taking is used because it is used after would you mind. And the next rule is after possessive adjective. We know possessive adjectives are my, his, her, their, your, etc. So after possessive adjective we use verb plus ing. Look at the example. He insisted on my going there. Here my is a possessive adjective, so going is used here. Look at the next rule. After cannot help or could not help we use verb plus ing. Look at the example. He cannot help doing the work. Here doing is used because it is used after cannot help. We know there are some words like start, stop, avoid. If these words are used before a verb, the verb will be verb plus ing. Look at the example. Start reading. Here reading is used because it is used after start. And the last example is very important because in every continuous tense we use verb plus ing. We know that there are 6 types of continuous tense and they are present continuous tense, present perfect continuous tense, past continuous tense, future continuous tense, past perfect continuous tense and future perfect continuous tense. In every continuous tense we use verb plus ing, such as he is reading now, and it's an example of a continuous tense. Now it's time for your turn. You see here there are 5 sentences and the verb in the brackets are used wrongly. You should correct the verb within 30 seconds. Your time start now. Your time is over. Now match your answers with me. The first sentence is you cannot succeed without working hard. Here we use verb plus ing with the verb work because after preposition we use verb plus ing. And in the second sentence, corruption should be stopped. Here stop will be verb 3 because after be, being, having we use verb 3. The third sentence is she has recently visited the place. Here we correct visit. We use here verb 3 because after have as had we use verb 3. The fourth sentence is we cannot help writing a letter because ing is used with a verb. If the verb is used after cannot help, could not help. The fifth sentence is he should avoid keeping bad boys. Here after keep ing is used because there are certain verbs such as start, stop, avoid, and if these verbs is used before a verb, we use ing with the verb. So here we use ing with the verb. After all, we find that there are 4 ways to answer the right form of verb, and the ways are we have to use B1, we have to use B2, we have to use B3, and we have to use verb plus ing. And through my 2 classes I showed you how we use right form of verb. That's all of today's class. Thank you.